How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to yoga. We're doing yoga for core strength today. So the first thing we're going to work on is another pranayama breath reminder. Okay? So what pranayama is when you inhale through your nose and exhale. So whenever you're doing pranayama to get that restriction in the back of the throat, you can actually inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, and then shut your mouth to finish with that restriction in the back of the throat. So we'll do that a couple times. So go ahead and inhale and exhale with that restriction. Okay. So I have my yoga props with me today. You're always ready if you have 2 blocks. If you have a strap, which you can just use a t-shirt, blanket, hoodie, whatever you have, tie, whatever it may be. Water, because today you definitely want to stay hydrated because of this pretty intense workout I have planned for you. Also, you need to have a mat. Please don't practice on the floor or on your carpet. A mat or a towel will do. And no socks. So just throw them away. Just get rid of them. Okay? Bare feet always. All right. So what I'm going to begin with today is, after I warm up my freezing cold hands, because it's very snowy today, we're going to do 2 rounds of slow vinyasa. So I'm just going to take you through a vinyasa or a sun salutation so you recall what to do whenever we get to the fast vinyasas. Okay, so the first thing you'll do is begin in mountain pose. So your hips are above your knees, which are above your ankles, and your shoulders are above your hips. So you're completely stacked, and your chin is up and your shoulders are down. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and salute the sun, arms up, and then go ahead and take your arms down. Okay, so whenever we get here, we're going to go ahead and do a flat tabletop back with your hips squared and your knees straight. It's okay if you can't touch the ground yet. You'll get warmed up and you might be able to do it by the end of this exercise. Go ahead and exhale and bend straight over your knees, and you can have your knees bent here. Now go ahead and place your palms on the mat and step back into a plank position. Okay, from this position, you can go ahead and lower to the ground, and you can inhale into either a high cobra, where I'm at, or if you're ready to challenge yourself, go ahead and push yourself into an upward facing dog. You can't see very well, but my palms and the tops of my feet are the only things touching the mat, an upward dog. And then go ahead and exhale into the first downward dog of the day. And you can do a little bit of bicycles, very slow bicycles, to go ahead and stretch out those calves. All right, and after we do a couple rounds of breaths here, we're going to go ahead and look up and step to the hands at the front of the mat. Go ahead and do your flat back inhale, exhale, bend over your knees. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up above your head, and prayer hands at your chest, back to mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. And I jumped back. If you're going to jump back this time, make sure you land with your elbows bent like mine were. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Notice I rolled over my toes there. If you want to roll over your toes, make sure you're utilizing your abs to push your hips straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale, step or jump. If you're going to jump, you're going to have to just swing your legs in. Exhale and inhale up to mountain pose at the top of your mat. All right, now we're going to speed it up, you guys. I'm going to go super duper fast and try to keep up with me. I'm going to move with my breath. Okay, so every pose has its own breath. Okay, mountain pose, and here we go. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Hold that breath, jump to your plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Okay. Right foot back. Inhale, step your foot in between your legs, and then go ahead and lower your left foot so your heels line up. We're in Warrior One. Inhale here. Hold this pose for a sec. Okay. Exhale, hands to the mat, into plank pose. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Left leg up, pull it in, step between your hands, back foot flat, heels to heels, lined up. Make sure your knees over your ankle. Warrior One. Inhale here. Keep those shoulders down too. Exhale. Hold that breath as you go down, and inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale. Okay, now I'm gonna go super fast. That was super slow. All right, so step to the front of the mat, flat back, inhale, exhale, bend over knees, inhale, mountain pose. Okay, I think I'm gonna say like now we're gonna go super fast. If you can read my lips, I'm saying I'm gonna move with my breath. I'm gonna inhale, do a pose, exhale, do a pose. Okay, so the faster I breathe, the faster I move. Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna warm up those hands. Mountain pose, front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend over. Inhale, flat back, hold that breath. Plank, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, steps to the front of the mat, heel down. Warrior One, inhale, plank. Inhale into upward facing dog, exhale into downward facing dog, left leg up, steps, back foot is flat, Warrior One, ride the breath down, exhale, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog, jump to the front of the mat, inhale, flat back, mine was not flat, exhale over the knees, inhale, mountain pose, we're going to do it twice more, inhale, exhale, bend over the knees, inhale, flat back, exhale, hands to the mat, jump to plank. Okay, inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg steps, back foot is flat. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, ride the breath down. Hold that breath. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps, back foot is flat. Warrior One. Inhale, exhale, ride the breath down. Hold the breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step to the front of the mat or hop, whatever. Exhale, inhale, mountain pose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bend over your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps, back foot is flat. Warrior One. Exhale, ride the breath down. Step back into plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps, back foot is flat. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, ride the breath down. Step back to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And take a couple breaths there. Step or jump to front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend over your knees. Inhale, mountain pose. We did it. So we should be nice and warm by now. Okay, if you need a break, you're in control. Pause if you want to, but we're going to keep going. We're going to do a vinyasa. So go ahead and inhale. Exhale, inhale, flat back, exhale, hands to the mat, jump to plank. All right, so I think we're actually gonna move into a plank workout. So we're gonna start in regular plank and then we're gonna place our right hand down, our left hand down to dolphin. Right hand up into regular plank, right hand down, left hand down. Right hand up, left hand up. Whenever you're moving your hands to your elbows should be right underneath your shoulders to protect those joints. Okay? Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. All right. Child's pose. If you ever need to take a break, go ahead and drop into child's pose and breathe deeply here. Okay, so this is our first break of the workout. After this, it gets a bit more intense, I think. All right. Move back into plank pose. And we're actually going to roll over to our left pinky toe. So our right foot is on top. And then that makes our right arm up, I think. Okay, so we're in side plank right now. So you can do side plank regularly. You can go ahead and do a tree pose, or if you're super strong, grab that toe with your 2 fingers and hold it up. If you're super duper strong, go ahead and let go. But I'm just gonna do the super easy one. And hold it there. Don't forget to breathe. And back to plank. Fabulous. You did awesome. Now we're gonna do the other side. So this is my left hand on the mat, right arm up. So just do the opposite of what I just told you. Okay, make sure that your hips aren't falling backwards or too far forwards. Make sure that they're totally square. You can do the tree pose if you want, or you can grab your toe. Make sure your legs are straight though. Don't let your hips drop like mine did. I was getting a little tired, but I had to do what was right for me, which was the easier pose. Okay, back into plank. You did well. All right, inhale to up dog, exhale to down dog, and oof, I needed a child's pose here. If you're flexible in your hips, you can move your legs a little bit wider, so your actual belly just comes in between your legs. Alternatively, you can let your forehead rest on the mat and your arms behind you to relax your shoulders. Breathe here. That is your break. Oh, there's me like, oh my goodness, there's more. All right, so we're actually gonna move into plank again. How fun. We're gonna go ahead and move into a vinyasa. So up dog, down dog, and jump to your knees. Okay, fabulous. So from your knees, go ahead and move into a tabletop position. When you're in table, like before, make sure that your shoulders are above your elbows, above your wrists, and your hips are above your knees in line, and make sure your hips are square. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching of our spine. So moving into cow face pose. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale into cow face pose. Exhale. Inhale into cow face. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now get back into table position. We're going to do a little bit of abs here. So lift your right arm. Make sure it's straight out next to your ear. Left leg comes out. You can either keep your toe on the floor like that, or lift it. If you lift it, make sure your hips are square. Don't let any hips pop up, okay? Mine may have, but I hope not. Okay, hold that there. Don't forget to breathe. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, and we're gonna go ahead and bring our knee and our elbow into our core. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale out. And that was 4. Okay, we're gonna switch sides now. Fix my mat. Okay, we have our left arm up next to our ear, arrow straight arm. Lift our right leg, make sure your hips are square, and notice that my toes are pointed straight down. That's an active foot. Make sure you keep your feet active. Exhale, inhale out. Exhale, pull in, inhale out. Exhale, pull in, inhale out. Exhale, pull in, inhale out. I think we're done. Okay. And I'm like, should I rest? Should I keep going? What do I do now? Plank pose. Lower into upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. All right, where do we go from here? Doing a little bit of calf stretch. All right, we have our right leg up. And we're gonna do, this is a one-legged down dog, and we're gonna bring our knee into our chest. Right leg back up to the air. Our right knee is gonna go on the outside of our right arm. Bring that right leg back up. Right leg twists on the outside of the left arm. Can you do it? I think you can. All right. Staying in down dog, left leg up. Make sure that leg's straight and your hips are square. Bring that knee into your chest. Hold it there. Okay, exhale. Bring that leg back up. Inhale. Left knee above your left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, opposite elbow. Can you do it? Exhale, up and down. Rest here. Down dog is a resting pose. Okay, take some deep breaths here. Catch your breath. We're going to do it again. Right leg up, right knee into your chest. Hold it there. Right leg up, right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Hold it there as high as you can. Back up, right knee to your left elbow. Can you do it? Right leg up and down to the floor. Fabulous. Okay, left leg up, left knee, bring it into your chest. Hold it there. Oh, mine's a little low. Getting tired. Left leg back up, left leg to your left elbow as high as you can, and back up. Left leg to the right elbow. Oh, I barely held that one. You know, I'm getting tired now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Jump to the front of the mat. Flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to mountain. And we might do a little vinyasa. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold over your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to your mat. Jump to plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. And I think we're going to jump to seated. Yes, try that trick. Jump to seated. Now we're moving into boat pose. This is super hard, but I'm looking at the camera to make sure my back is straight. So make sure your back is totally straight, lower, mid, and upper. Okay. So holding this pose, you can hold the backs of your thighs. You can let go. Or if you can do this, straighten both legs and let go. I'm going to go ahead and just do the basic knees bent, arms out, and my back is still straight. Make sure that your core is totally engaged here, and don't round your lower back because you might just kind of roll backwards. So just try to keep that there and keep your shoulders down and breathe, okay? Now we're going to do something cool. Take your big toes and your pointer and second finger, okay, and hold them there at lotus. Go ahead and take your right leg out straight if you can and keep your left foot there. We're going to switch. Take your left leg out straight and keep your right foot there. I'm still just kind of balancing on my sitting bones right now. Now, take them both out. Okay, try to keep those knees straight. My knees were not very straight here. And if you can do it, let go and go ahead and place your arms in between your legs. Oh, and then grab them because they're still up there, aren't they? And go ahead and release. Whew. Awesome job. Okay, go ahead, cross your legs, roll over to a well-deserved child's pose, you guys. We are almost done, I think. All right, I did a super big stretch for my child's pose. If you have the flexibility in the hips, go ahead and widen your legs a bit. All right, go ahead and move into a laying down position and just kind of chill there for a second. You deserve it. Whew. Okay, now we're going to move into some variations of locust pose, but you may know this pose is like Superman, but in yoga it's actually called locust. Go ahead and lift your chest and shoulders as far as you can off the ground and release. Now we're going to just do our legs. So use your back muscles, which are part of your core. Lift those legs as high as you can off the ground comfortably. Okay, lower. These are 5-second holds. Now we're going to do both at the same time. So my arms are going to be back and my legs are going to be back. Lift them up. Make sure your shoulders are down. Your head is high. And rest. Okay. Oh, I said I'm gonna do one more. Okay, here is the Superman that you guys know and love. Notice that my arms are next to my ears, legs are up off the ground. Use your back muscles to lift yourself as high as you can and relax. Well done. Now we're gonna do it again, but a little differently. Lift your arms up and then kind of move your arms back in a row fashion. So pretend you're kind of moving through water. You have some of your own resistance. Maybe you're moving through some pudding or something that's much more viscous, so it's a little harder to move those arms. Okay, keep moving those arms and rest. Now we're gonna do our legs. So lift your legs and go ahead and do some swimmers. So your legs are moving apart, then together, apart, then together. Create your own resistance. Apart, then together, apart and together, apart and together, and rest. So now we're gonna combine those two movements. Okay, so go ahead and get into your Superman pose. Lift arms and legs, move arms back and legs out, and then close. Arms back and legs out, then close. Arms back and legs out, close. Arms back and legs out, close. Don't forget to breathe. Arms back and legs out, close. Arms back and legs out, close, and done. Oh goodness, I look pretty tired, but I'm not stopping. Okay. Actually, I am stopping. We're going into a child's pose to rest. Fabulous. Go ahead and take a rest. If you need to rest more often, don't forget to pause because you're in control. Move back to your stomach. Now we're going to move into a bow pose. If you have the flexibility, grab your ankles, lift your chest, and pull. Okay, so this is mostly your back and legs working to make yourself look like a bow and arrow. Okay. If you have the flexibility and you get pretty high, you'll notice that when you're breathing, you'll kind of move back and forth like I was. And rest. All right, now we're gonna move back into child's pose. Yeah, this is a pretty good exercise, you guys. All right, go ahead and move into downward dog. And step or float up to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend over your knees. Inhale, mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale. Jump to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And jump to seated again. Okay. And take a water break whenever you want. This was my only water break, but hey, yoga people take water breaks. Okay, we're going to move into a bridge pose. So go ahead and lay on your back. Make sure that your fingertips can touch your heels. Okay, make sure that your feet are really close to your butt. Make sure that your ankles are above your knees and your hips are going to be moving straight up to the ceiling, and make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears. Okay, go ahead and lift your hips up. You can either have your arms flat on the ground to push yourself. You can grasp your hands together and kind of give yourself more push. Or you can use your hands to kind of hold your hips up in a supported bridge, whatever works for you. I just kind of keep my arms down like that. That's what works for me. Keep those shoulders away from your ears and keep your chin pointed straight to the ceiling. Don't move your head in this position. And exhale. Bring those hips down. Go ahead and put the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, your left hand on your chest, your right hand on your stomach, and breathe and take a rest. I'm going to do this twice more. Go ahead and place your feet back on the floor, knees bent, and get ready to push those hips up. Go ahead and put the hips up into bridge pose. Make sure that you're not like sagging with your hips. Make sure everything is in a straight line. And go ahead and bring it down. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Left hand on your chest, right hand on your stomach. Breathe here. And we're going to go into bridge one more time. Go ahead and knees up, feet on the floor. Make sure that you can touch the heels of your feet. Hips up towards the ceiling. Make this your best bridge of the day. Keep those shoulders down and don't turn your head. All right, lower down. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Hand on your chest, hand on your stomach. Breathe deeply here. All right, and go ahead and grab your knees and pull them into your chest and do a big cuddle with your knees. Stretch there. And we're getting into our final stretches to our final resting pose. So what we're going to do is take our right leg, just cross it over our left foot. What we're going to do is we're going to push our hips to the left, keep our chest pointed toward the ceiling, tee out our arms, and look to the right. So we're in a complete twist. This should really stretch out your abs. Make sure you're breathing here and make sure that your shoulders don't creep up towards your ears. Okay, we're gonna come out of that. We're gonna switch. So left foot crosses over right leg. Go ahead and twist your hips to the right. Your chest should just be towards the ceiling. Arms to a T and head to the left. So you're once again in a full twist. Breathe here and don't let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. Okay, come out of it. All right. And so now we're actually going to get ready for our final resting pose, Shavasana. And I was a little chilly because I'm a cold person. So if it is comfortable for you, get a blanket, put on your socks, put on your sweater if you're cold. This is a comfort position. And whenever your body lays back into Shavasana, it should immediately become relaxed. So go ahead and let your legs flop open, have your arms about 5 inches from your hips, close your eyes, and we're going to begin our final resting pose. So I'll be back in a bit. So while you're resting here in Shavasana, I have a quote for you. I have a quote from Kobe Bryant, and he said, "Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise." Continue resting here. As you're resting here, go ahead and begin to make small movements in your fingers and toes. Do a big stretch with your arms over your head. Go ahead and roll to your right hand side and do just a little bit more of a rest here. Like it's almost time to get out of bed, but you're not quite ready yet. Go ahead and place your palm onto the ground to push yourself up, and go ahead and join me on the mat in a cross-legged position. Thank you so much for joining me for your yoga practice today. And even though I can't hear you, namaste. You should always say namaste at the end of your practice. So thank you guys so much. I'm so glad to hear that you guys enjoyed our first test video. So let me know what you like, what you dislike, what needs to be slower, what needs to be faster, what you'd like more challenge in. Absolutely let me know. I would be glad to continue making these videos for you even after lockdown is lifted. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.